What we're doing tonight is having information night, get students enrolled into RVCC. It's just something that we're trying to do in every one of our programs, so it's great that your students, parents, and guardians are part of this process. We're trying to get all of our students enrolled in some kind of a dual enrollment program or attain some kind of stackable credential in our district as a new trend or a new goal of our district-wide. So I just want to thank you for coming tonight. I can give you a tour of my campus at the very end if you would like. We have culinary. That's about it for the other classes. Hopefully we'll, another time, maybe give a tour of the other, our nursing or those types of programs for those who haven't been there yet. So again, thank you for coming tonight. I'm going to introduce Jessica Cangelos here, Supervisor of Curriculum Instruction, and she'll give you the more details about the process.
We're just here to talk to you tonight about a special relationship we have with Grand Valley Community College and a program we like to run called Concurrent Enrollment Program, and we refer to this as CEP. And what it basically means is students are enrolled at RVCC while they're enrolled at Polytech. And it's a great way for students to jumpstart their college credits and save some money. I think now, I'll probably jump in a little bit, but I'll turn it over to Joanne Travolini, who's here from RVCC, who is an academic advisor as well as a high school outreach coordinator. Did I get that?
Got it.
Okay, good. All right, so here's Joanne.
I'm very glad to be here with you tonight, and it's very good to see you all interested in CEP. It is a great way to jumpstart your college education. One of the very good benefits about it is that you pay a very reduced rate for the college credits that you earn. It's a convenient way to earn college credits because you're earning them here on the Polytech campus in all of the different programs that you're interested in. So you're, again, jumpstarting your college education by earning credits here on the Polytech campus. You are earning Raritan Valley credits. They are transcripted credits, so you actually earn a Raritan Valley transcript. So you would, when you finish those credits, when you graduate from whatever high school you graduate from, you would have your high school diploma, but you would also have a Raritan Valley transcript. The classes are taught by teachers here on the campus, and they are eligible to teach our courses, which means that they've been qualified or approved to teach the classes. They have to have a master's degree in the subject area. So they go through an approval process. And some of them may even teach at the college if they were, if they so desire to do that. So that's, a real benefit. They're considered CEP adjuncts, but they could also adjunct at the college. Okay? So it's a real college course. There may be some additional material, high school material that the professors or the instructors may cover, depending on the length of the course. Some of the courses are taught in a semester, which would be your first 2 high school quarters. Some of the courses are taught over a year. It just depends on the program. In terms of it is a special relationship. It's a partnership, and we work very well with the Polytech. Jessica and Dan are great to work with. And the college classes are challenging, but it's not something that necessarily you should shy away from doing. We do look for a qualifier on your end, which is your high school GPA. And the reason we look for that is because we want you to be successful in the classes. You are starting, most of you would be starting a college transcript because you've never taken a college class before. So you don't want to start your college transcript and get a D, because then you're down in the dumps. So what we do have a requirement, a GPA requirement, and you will see that in the paperwork if you haven't seen that already. And we are looking at that for something to say, okay, the student has been, successful. If you have any questions about that GPA, you can direct those individual questions. We don't necessarily want to talk about, individual GPAs, in front of anybody. Keep that a little bit confidential. You can direct any of those questions to Jessica. One thing I will say is that the courses, if you are planning to come to RVCC, as I said before, the courses are on our RVCC transcript.
So if you're planning to come to RVCC, the credits are just waiting there for you. If you are going to another college, then we do, the rate of transfer for RVCC courses is excellent. But we do have to say that it is up to the receiving college, if they look at it as an equivalent or if they look at it as an elective. But the college credits that you earn are transferable to other colleges. Okay? And did I say that the cost is $175? No, I did not say that. Okay, so I did say that it was at a reduced rate. I don't know if any of you have older siblings in college, but college courses now, a college course at a college typically runs upwards of, a couple $1,000. But because you're considered in the early college experience program as a high school student, you get the program, you get the college class for $175. Last year we had the cost of the college course was $150 plus a $25 application fee. We decided to do away with the application fee and just make it a flat $175. So any CEP classes that you take are $175, which is great. That's for a 3-credit class and for even a 4-credit class. And some of the classes are, I think, 4 credits for that. Yeah. The human anatomy and physiology. Okay, so I will move on then. We're going to go to the concurrent enrollment program brochure. There are a couple of forms that you do have to fill in and hand in order to get into the program. So interest is the first thing, and then GPA is the second thing. And most of what I talked about already is on this first page. Okay? So, if we go to the second page, which says how to enroll, it says to ensure that your GPA is a 2.75, Teacher Academy should be 3.0, and again, I said to refer any questions about that. If the GPA is a little bit less, talk to Jessica. The next thing you have to do is complete an online admission. Okay, has anybody been in a CEP class before? So this is all new. Okay, so everybody has to do this step. And this actually is a new process at RVCC. We've been completely manual up till this point. We're still half manual and half online, so this is a little bit new, but we've been doing it with all the high schools because we actually have a CEP program at many of the high schools, if not, the majority of the high schools in Somerset County and County. Okay, so complete the online admission. The first thing you're going to do, and I'm just going to walk you through this, you're going to have to go online at home to do this because we don't have the computers for all the students here. It is not a difficult process. If you follow along with the steps under step 2, you should not have a problem with this. Just, could you hand out this? I'm going to. Thank you. Get to that. That would help. So the first thing is to log on to the Raritan Valley website, which is here, www.raritanvalley.edu. And on the left-hand column, it says top links. And if you want to jot any notes, because I'm going to give you a little helpful hints, like the fact that clicking on Apply Now is under the top links, left-hand side of the page. That's where it is. And because we just started this process and there are a couple of little glitches still, and I told you don't have to pay the $25 application fee, for some reason they haven't been able to take that message off. So it is there, but you don't have to pay it. And so just disregard anything. The students, when I've done this with students, it doesn't even seem like the students read anything. But if a parent comes on and you're reading over your student's shoulder, you're going to say, wait, it says the $25. Don't worry about it, okay? So the fee is waived for early college students. So then you're going to go to, after you hit the Apply Now, it's going to bring you to the next screen, and you're going to click here to apply online. And that's pretty simple. It's right in the middle of the page. Click here to apply online. And then you're going to get to the next screen, and you're going to look for first-time user account creation. Click on that. And then they're going to ask you to create a login ID and PIN. And it gives you instructions for how to do that. It's very simple. The pin has to be numbers, I think it's 6 numbers. You're just creating that in case you decide to stop what you're doing, an emergency happens, you know, your dog has to be taken to the vet and you have to log back in and complete this at another time. That's what that's for. Okay. The next thing is really important. After you do this, you would click on login and then select high school early admin. You guys are going into the category of high school early admin. It's the second in the drop down of categories, not the first. The first is like a regular student coming to RV full time. Okay? So you guys are the second high school early admin. So that puts you into like the screens that you would need to fill out. So that's really important. And then it just says proceed with completing the online application. And it is just name, it's sorry, it's name, and it's going to ask you, that's your name screen. It's mailing address screen and phone number. It's a cell phone screen, it's personal information screen, and then it's high school screen. But there's one little special thing I want to tell you. After you do the name screen, and that's why I handed this out. After you do the name screen, which is a very simple screen, and you hit continue to go on. For some reason, and again, we're still working out the glitches a little bit, it comes up to this application checklist. This application checklist comes up. And you say to yourself, why is that coming up? It's not really intuitive there why this comes up again. And the name is not checked off. On the paper I gave you, it is checked off because this is the only copy that I had. But you will find that after you complete the name screen, this application checklist will come up and the name is not checked off. Almost like you didn't do it. Okay? So just click on name and go back into the name screen because they put a question at the bottom of the name page, which they didn't put on the first time around, and I don't know why. I didn't create this. I'm not a computer person. So there's one question at the bottom of the name screen that you have to answer, and it's, have you ever applied to RVCC before? And you just have to click yes or no, which all of you will click no. And then it'll bring you into the next screen, which is the mailing address and phone screen. And then you'll go on in the process. You'll fill the cell phone screen out, the personal identity information screen, the high school screen, which you'll put your CEEV code in, which is in the instructions. And Jessica really very nicely listed all your CEEV codes for you. And then at the end, this application checklist will come up again. And if you've done everything correctly, which I'm sure you all will, they will all be checked. Name will be checked, mailing, cell phone, personal information, and high school. There'll be checks like this next to everyone. If for some reason there are not checks by everyone, then that means you're going to have to go back in and supply the information. Okay? And then after you're done, you would click, after you see all the checks, you would click application is complete, and you see that here on this page. Click application is complete, and then you'll get a nice little message that says, thank you for applying to Raritan Valley, blah, 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 blah. And then you know that you're done. Okay? You did it already? Super!
Oh, clap. Yay, good job.
What did you think? Did you have any advice?
The number on the high school number is wrong. It's not wrong, but you can't put it in. It asks you the town of the high school.
It does have to be the
Okay.
town.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I guess
You know what? You know what you can do? You have to hit the lookup. There's a lookup with a drop down, and it asks you the town, and then it'll come up with the, I didn't know you could do that.
So that's
actually,
good
but
to
I
know.
think that is good to know. I thought you could just
If
put
the
it in.
numbers that you applied right up for some reason, it just doesn't.
It won't let you, it just doesn't take you directly. It makes you go to the lookup. And then what will happen is when you go to the lookup and you put in the town, and and then it'll populate the number on its own. Yeah,
So that's good, or maybe it makes you put it in, I'm not really sure. But, so it wasn't that hard. How about the part where the checklist came out? Were you like, what?
No, it was fine.
It was fine.
It was fine.
Okay.
It showed me check every,
Yeah.
piece done.
How about when, after the name came, when you did the name, you
noticed
didn't even
that.
remember that?
I didn't remember that.
Okay.
It went through them all.
Yeah, good, very good. Good job. Okay, anybody else did it?
Oh,
Good. Oh my gosh, I'm proud of you guys. Very good. Okay, so after completing the online admission, you are going to submit all of the following to Jessica, and I'm going to let Jessica take over. Okay, thank you so much for your attention.
Okay, so this is kind of the long-winded version of what you need to submit, so we'll go through it. All it really is these two last forms along with your payment if you're not doing pay by credit card online. That's all you really have to submit to us. I tried to get across in the letter that you do not need to see your guidance counselor for your transcript because when you applied to Polytech, we got your transcript. So we're good with that. In addition, on the student parent agreement form, if everybody goes there, that's the third sheet in the packet, where it says guidance counselor signature, you don't need to obtain that, we will sign that for you. So this kind of eliminates a step from you guys having to go to your guidance offices, we can do that for you. So all you're going to do after you register online is fill out the student parent agreement form, you're going to sign, of course the student will sign. Again, this bottom guidance counselor signature can be left blank. Then you're going to fill out this next page. Now, probably a lot of you may have started this and then got the course selection and said, I don't know what to fill out there. So if you look at your agenda, that has the course information for you right there. We tried to set this up nice and easy for you so that you could have all the information at your fingertips. So I'll just give an example. If you are coming into Nursing 1, that's your Polytech program, here's the information that you write. And it's set up in the exact order that RVCC has it on the registration form. Just trying to make it easy for you. Are there any questions about that? We're okay? Does everyone know, what course they're looking for? Yes? Well, you can ask me later. If not, that's fine.
We're here to answer any questions for you.
And then you're just going to select your payment order, check or money order, you're going to include that, or if you wanted to pay by credit card, you can also do that online, and then the student is going to sign at the bottom. So once we have the student parent agreement form, the registration form, and check and money order, if that's how you're choosing to pay, if not by credit card, you can hand that in to me. If you have that, like I know a lot of you came with it tonight, thank you a lot. You can hand that in to me tonight, and I will then attach the transcript, I will sign off for its guidance counselor signature, and I'll get them over to Joanne. That way we can kind of expedite that process. But please make sure that you do that registration, which is step 2, the online admission, because that's really the catalyst to get everything going. Without this, even if we have everything else, you won't be recognized in the system. You won't get the G number, which is RVCC's ID number for the student.
Right, and we do ask you on the back of the application, well, it's not the application anymore, it's the student parent agreement. There's a check-off there which says, have you completed the online admission? And, hopefully you'll be truthful and answer that and say, yes, I have, because that's how we know that you're in our system and we can find, as Jessica said, it's called your G number. And then, in like 7 to 10 days of doing the online admission, you should get a letter with the G number card attached up to the top, which says, again, congratulations, and you're part of the early college program, and it'll give you your G number, which is, again, your official student ID number. Because when you do take a class, an early credits class, you do become an RVCC student. You're not a matriculated student, but you're in our early college program. Are there any questions so far about what you need to hand in to me or the online process? No? So let's say you don't want to hand those in tonight, the 2 forms along with your payment. I put my mailing address here at the bottom if you wanted to mail it in to me. So
So that, again, that's at the bottom of the agenda.
Other than, the program, in terms of the programs maybe, the nursing, I'm not a nursing person, but I do know a little bit about the program. Jessica's been here with the program, education. We're starting the culinary is new for us this year. The teacher academy's been going on. The early childhood has, we had it before, we're bringing it back. The criminal justice is last year. So Polytech is building a lot of programs and offering these credits for the students. It's really a great thing for you guys.
Oh, and I do want to add, if you don't mind, Nursing 1, you will be doing these, well, actually, you'll be doing just the registration form again in the spring. Because I know a lot of parents have questions about that this year. You'll be doing, because you're doing in the fall, Human Anatomy and Physiology 1, and then again in the spring, you'll do Human Anatomy and Physiology 2, just so you know. Any other questions? There really weren't that many questions at all. No?
So if anybody has any questions,
People just hang out,
if anybody has any questions, we'll take them individually if you have them.
and I can collect registration. If you want to hand in your paperwork now, that's awesome. I have folders ready to go, put them in and put them up. And we'll just be up here, I guess.